This is an interesting story. Officials with NBC News filed an equal time notice for the Federal Communications Commission late Sunday, disclosing that Kamala Harris's appearance on Saturday Night Live. So the network was then accused of violating the long-standing rule. Under normal circumstances, the filing would allow all other qualified candidates competing against Harris to seek equal airtime from NBC for up to a week. So NBC would be required to grant it under federal law.
This comes after the decision by NBC to host Harris in the final episode of SNL ahead of Election Day, while not offering equal time to former President Trump or other candidates in the presidential cycle. So let's bring in Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes to this conversation. So Khalif, give us up to speed here on what exactly the allegations are with Harris's appearance.
Saturday Night Live, obviously there's a skit where they have Maya Rudolph playing Kamala Harris, and at some point Kamala Harris walks out and it's like, hey, are you registered to vote in Pennsylvania? And a whole bunch of other comedic types of skits. I'm only on there for about a minute, 30 seconds, maybe 90 seconds total, I believe. But what I can tell you is that there's no violation if you allow the other person, the other candidate, to do that. And at some point, NBC recognized that we're going to have this presidential candidate on the air. We have to file this notice now with the FCC, giving them notice that we're attempting to have an equal time filing submitted, and that's what's being done. And so that's where we're at right now, is that there was a request by NBC, or I should say a notice by NBC to all other candidates. And they talked about this before. The creator of Saturday Night Live said, we're not going to have any presidential candidate, because at the time, there was like 7 of them that would have had to come on there, and they would have had to give each and every one of those candidates equal time to be on the air. However, I think now it's boiled down to the ones that we have. They've given notice that this is out there, so each of those candidates on NBC would be given an opportunity to have the same amount of time that she was given.
All right, I got to get your insight on this one, because after I did the research on this, you're given 5 days or a week or so to let the other candidate. The election's tomorrow. Okay, so you do this the weekend before the election. I mean, just your insight, Khalif. I mean, did they follow the letter of the law?
They followed the letter of the law, but the timing definitely seems to be suspect. I mean, if you're saying that you have 7 days where that person has to be, or the other candidates will have an opportunity to exercise their equal time requirement. So within that 7 days, clearly the election will fall within that time.
Yes.
But this has already been moot as well.
Okay.
Former President Trump was given his time on Sunday. So the Saturday Night Live happened on Saturday. On Sunday, they gave him equal time where he ran an ad where he, was speaking directly to voters, something different than the comedic sketch, but it doesn't dictate that. It doesn't have to be the exact same medium. It just has to be on the network, and they have to give her time. And this isn't new either. This is something that's been done before in the past. 2016, Trump appeared on Saturday Night Live. They did the exact same thing. Hillary Clinton did the same thing. So they filed these types of notices in the past where they're making a determination to say, look, we have a requirement to put you all on notice.
Well, is there a fine if you don't?
What I can say is I saw fines for a number of FCC violations, but most of them are smaller fines from $500 to $10,000. But the other portion is loss of license, loss of equipment. They can come in and seize your equipment and seize your license. And
well, it's not like they're just going to do this, right, and not check all the boxes. I mean, there's a lot to lose here.
100%.
But, you talk about Trump was given time, but it was a completely different show. So it was SNL versus NASCAR. You said that doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter. Within the process, you can, as long as you give them an opportunity to be on your network, and you don't have editorial discretion on what they do either. So it can't be, what, we only want you to be here and after this at 1 o'clock in the morning. This is the slot that I want. I mean, this section of the law is all about equal process. This is a rule from the FCC, one of our agencies, that has a rule-making process. And part of it, this rule talks about like making sure you allow each candidate to know how much your blocks of time cost, how much you're charging different vendors, how much you're charging different advertisers. And this is in place specifically for a couple of reasons. Think about it. If I'm going on to get ad time and you charge me $2 million, but then another candidate comes behind me, you charge them $50,000. So this transparency is extremely important.
Oh, wow.
And you want to have that part happening. You also want to make sure that you're giving equal airtime to people, because you don't want to show that you're being partisan. And so having an opportunity, especially our broadcast stations, you're talking about the ABCs, NBCs, the Foxes, the folks, CBS, the folks that are doing this and that are out there in front of the folks on a daily basis. These rules are there to ensure that they aren't manipulating the outcome of the elections.
Well, there was, okay. Thank you, Khalif.